Hello, everyone, and welcome to Coffee Talks with Jag. I'm your host, Jag, and today we're going to be talking about a very important speculation regarding Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Sonic the Hedgehog 4, or maybe even Sonic the Hedgehog 6 live action film adaptation. So please leave a like on the video. It will mean the world to me. Please subscribe for more video content like this, and comment below what you think Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is going to be like. Just let me know, comment below, and let's get on with this video. And of course, the character that most likely will be the end game character, if it's not the god of destruction, chaos, or Solarius, or Black Moon, or Dark Moon, or Black Moon, is it? No, sorry, Black Doom, Black Moon, Black Doom. If it's not Black Doom, if it's not none of these characters, I'm pretty sure it's going to be none other than Memphilis. That is right, we're probably going to see Memphilis as the final big bad. Now, we're going to do this. We're going to see Sonic the Hedgehog 1, the trailer, and then Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the trailers, and then we're going to talk about specifically key things that we are going to be seeing in Sonic the Hedgehog 3, the Knuckles TV series, and Sonic the Hedgehog 4, and potentially a 5 or a 6. Maybe a 4 will be the final one, or a 5. Now, I'm going to say this. This is going to be a what-if scenario and things like that. So let's go ahead and watch the first Sonic the Hedgehog trailer. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about that Sonic the Hedgehog first trailer and what that film is. And then I'm going to do the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 trailer. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. And then I'm going to go into Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and 4 and 5 potential live action films and how they can spin off and stuff like that. I'll do a video of my review on Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2, but for now it's all about Memphilis and how I think Memphilis is going to be on either Sonic the Hedgehog 4 or 5. So let's get on with the video. Thank you very much for watching, and let's get to it.
I'm Sonic, a little ball of super energy in an extremely handsome package. On my planet, people were always after my powers, so I came to yours. It gets a little lonely, but that's okay. I am living my best life on Earth. Ow! At the place Sonic! At the Fidget's Mount, also Sonic! Ugh, I can't with that guy. Uh-oh. Why are you hiding out in my garage? They're coming for me! If they steal my power, they could conquer the universe. You have to help me. No, I don't. Please. It's life or death.
Good morning, my rural chum, Mr. Dr. Robotnik. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to tell me where it is.
Wait! Don't hurt him! Road trip?
This can't be happening to me.
Oh my God, stop the car right now! What? The world's largest rubber band ball? We gotta see it!
No, this is not some fun family road trip.
You're right. It was lame. Gift shop was cool, though.
Whatever this creature is, I'm going to uncover the source of its power.
Yeah, hey.
I just thought you might like a latte with steamed Austrian goat milk. Of course I want a latte. I love the way you make them!
We gotta lay low. Let me show you how it's done. So should we get out of here?
Yeah, time to go.
I always want to do this. Nailed it!
Uh-oh.
Let's go! Here comes the boom!
How are you not dead?
I have no idea!
Oh! Give me a big fat break! That was an illegal left, by the way.
Aw, this one is cute. Let's keep him. Oh, come on! You got car insurance, right?
will wait for this silly little alien.
Good time.
He's my friend.
Let's go! This is my power, and I'm using it to protect my friends. Let's go! So, you're supposed to be Tom's best friend that he won't shut up about. Well, I don't see the appeal. That is very gross. Let's go!
Now, as we can see from the very first trailer of this Sonic the Hedgehog film, we understand one thing, that we know that this is not entirely based off of the video games, because the video games take place in a fictional world of Green Hill Zone, Marble Zone, Mushroom Hill Zone, stuff like that. Different worlds, pretty much different advanced alien worlds that are apart from Earth. This film takes place on Earth, very much Sonic X, which is an animated series of Sonic the Hedgehog, which takes pretty much Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, the video games, into that aspect. And Sonic is on Earth along with everyone else, all his friends, all the characters, and stuff like that. So they kind of use that. But this is more of an origin story of Sonic the Hedgehog becoming the hero, Sonic the Hedgehog. So, the very first film pretty much takes liberties to understand to the audience that this is about Sonic the Hedgehog. This is how he came to Earth, how he has these powers, and how he's able to use these rings that can which are portals to other worlds. And he had a guardian named Longclaw, which is not in the video games, but for the films. So we know one thing, that Longclaw establishes one thing, and that is that this is entirely fresh. It's a new experience of Sonic the Hedgehog. They're not going to be following the order of the games. They're going to be using certain elements from the comic books, from the video games, from the TV series and stuff like that, and other source of material to bring together Sonic the Hedgehog in this live action film. Another thing to note is that this establishes that Sonic is alone on Earth, trying to understand the Earth's customs. And he's been on Earth for 15 years, ever since he was a baby, and he was transported there during a fight between Longclaw and the Echidna tribes. And it's also interesting to note that the Echidna tribes was a sneak peek into introducing Knuckles into the series as well. So we kind of get certain backstories that fall in a circular pattern of tying together in some way, shape, or form, and how this can tie into Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Sonic the Hedgehog 4, potentially 4 or 5, depending on what happens in 3 or 4 or 5. So with that out of the way, we're going to understand that this establishes a relationship with Sonic and the humans. And having the human element into this also brings a little bit more of that dangerous stakes at hand, because who knows what's going to happen to Earth. And Sonic at this moment is a kid. He's not the hero he is yet. And so this trilogy film series is going to pretty much bring Sonic the Hedgehog from a kid into becoming the hero that he's meant to be. And that's the goal. This also pinpoints the origin story of the rivalry between Sonic and Dr. Robotnik, who becomes Dr. Eggman towards the end of this film. And he becomes a little more iconic to his counterpart of the video game, how he looks, how he's Fat Eggman. In this version of the film, he's not yet that full-fledged Eggman that we know from the video games. So his origin story is pretty much parallel to the many defeats that Sonic probably gives the Doctor on many multiple occasions. And this creates a cool, interesting dynamic that every time we see Jim Carrey, Dr. Robotnik, he's always going to evolve as a character in his psyche, in his look, in his fashion. He's going to go from scientist to mad scientist to just insane to mad universal domination and probably annihilation of the human race at the very end, because that's how far he's probably going to end up going if he becomes full-fledged Dr. Eggman. But that establishes that. So now that we know that about Sonic the Hedgehog, the first film, about the human element, Dr. Robotnik's origin, Sonic the Hedgehog learning to become the hero he's meant to be, but not yet establishing a hero yet, and then also establishing the lore of the Echidnas and the Longclaw tribe to understand more. So now we're going to watch the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 trailer and talk a little bit about that. So here it is.
Quick stretch, little snack, and here we go.
Sonic, I love that you want to help make a difference.
Mind if I drive?
You're being reckless.
Don't worry, nobody's gonna get hurt.
Pretending to be Batman.
Blue Justice, trademark pending.
You're still just a kid.
Woohoo!
Trust me, there will come a moment when your powers will be needed. But you don't choose that moment. That moment chooses you.
I just got goosebumps. Wait a second, did you steal that from Oprah?
Papa's got a brand new stash. Since I've been gone, I've discovered the source of ultimate power. That sounds big. It's been on my vision board for years.
Hope I'm not too late.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Name's Tails.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Step 1, light taunting. Step 2, I have no idea. That wasn't too bad. Today's forecast calls for a 100% chance of adventure. Return to sender. Face it, you're never going to get my power.
Do I look like I need your power? Where are my manners? Sonic, meet Knuckles.
Okay, so now watching that Sonic the Hedgehog 2 trailer, we understand a couple of things. We understand that in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic is learning to have more responsibility of his powers. He's being reckless, and he's still a kid. He's not taking things serious. He's just having fun. He's still a kid. And it seems like Tom has become a father figure to Sonic in the regards of he was a friend to him in the first film, but he needs an adult to kind of push him to be the hero that he needs to be. And in this case, we get a couple of things, new characters. We get Tails, who is likely to become a fan favorite of Sonic the Hedgehog and become his best friend. We see him on the tornado and stuff like that. So we're gonna see a little bit more of Sonic and Tails' relationship as friends, and maybe a little bit more of Sonic's origin stories and Tails' origin story revolving around their backgrounds. Now, because of that, we're going to understand that there are a couple of things that we see. References from the video games, certain movements that are from the video games, comic books, even certain things such as the Egg Carrier, the Chaos, the Master Emeralds, Tails. So that establishes that in the little. We also get the introduction of Knuckles in this series. It all ties back to that first scene in the Sonic the Hedgehog live-action first film, where the Echidnas are attacking Longclaw, and we have no idea why. In this film, it turns out that Knuckles is hunting Sonic because Longclaw supposedly destroyed the Echidna tribe that was in the first film, and that Longclaw told Sonic to go to Earth in the first place by using the rings as portals to Earth. So we get that. So now we're introducing the elements of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and Knuckles, and some Sonic the Hedgehog adventure type elements in this game, in this film. I said game, but film. And that's great, because now that we have all that, we have references from the Mean Bean Cafe, which is, you know, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Green Machine and stuff like that. Now it's on to talk about Memphilis. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 will no doubt follow Sonic Adventure 2. But I believe we're going to be seeing a return of Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik's Eggman. I will do a separate video on the Knuckles TV series and how that can potentially be a series where we're introduced to the Chaotix and Rouge the Bat as the main antagonist of the Knuckles TV series. Maybe she steals the Master Emerald, and Knuckles needs to use the Chaotix to find who stole the Master Emerald, and this leads to Gun and Rouge the Bat, and turns out that Rouge the Bat was betraying Gun, and it turns out that she ends up working for Agent Stone, and Agent Stone ends up working for Dr. Eggman, but he's all fat. He's so low in self-esteem down because he got defeated again, and he's all crippled up, kind of beat up, and he started eating a lot, and he became fat and depressed until Agent Stone gave him some files of the Gun Project Shadow, and this indicates Dr. Eggman's involvement in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I want it to be Jim Carrey's Dr. Eggman. I really do, to be in the third film as a trilogy, but if not, Agent Stone will be the one that Rouge the Bat ends up working for at the end of the Knuckles TV series that leads into the Sonic movie 3. So in Sonic the Hedgehog 3, when Project Shadow is released by Dr. Eggman or Agent Stone, Sonic is still immature. He's causing a ruckus. Tails is trying to tell him, hey, you need to be responsible. But Sonic feels like the leader, and he feels like, you know, he's in charge. And Knuckles is not having it. Knuckles leaves, you know, not really want to be part of Sonic's horrible decisions. And it feels like maybe no one wants Sonic around. And when Shadow is released, he probably finds Sonic to help him find the Chaos Emeralds in the beginning of the first act. Meanwhile, Jim Carrey's Dr. Eggman or Agent Stone, if this is Agent Stone, maybe he's using the final memories of Dr. Eggman to create Metal Sonic to have revenge against Sonic the Hedgehog. And maybe Metal Sonic betrays Agent Stone and kills him, and then goes off to pretty much not just destroy Sonic, but destroy all humans and all life. And that can be an interesting parallel to Shadow the Hedgehog, who is gathering the Chaos Emeralds so that he can rule the world. Now hear me out here. Why would Shadow the Hedgehog want to rule the world? Is because when Maria died, and yes, Maria's gonna die in this as a flashback, and maybe in the Shadow the Hedgehog spin-off we're gonna see more of that, and General Robotnik pretty much making Shadow the Hedgehog in the first place to cure her illness. And this states in the film that Maria was actually Jim Carrey's Dr. Eggman's mom. So instead of Maria being the daughter of Gerald Robotnik, it was actually Gerald Robotnik's wife. It would make sense why Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik was orphaned, because Gunn accidentally killed Maria on accident, and they shot Gerald Robotnik for creating Project Shadow as a cure, and it went crazy and destroyed the lab, and so they had to capsulize it and put it in frozen cryogenic sleep. But they were able to capture Gerald Robotnik, and they killed him on point blank just shot him. And Jim Carrey as a baby was sent to an orphanage, And he grew up hating his father, hating the world, and that's how we get Dr. Robotnik's origin story as well. So we established Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Dr. Robotnik's origin story, how he was orphaned. 2, the origin story of Shadow the Hedgehog. And we also get the creation of Metal Sonic, who Agent Stone or Dr. Eggman, if Dr. Eggman built Metal Sonic, he is probably just waiting for Shadow and Sonic to gather the Chaos Emeralds for him, because he's fat, remember. It would just be funny, he can't really walk, and he has to probably use like his robot chair to float around and stuff like that. We get Amy Rose as a new female hedgehog, pink hedgehog, who in the film is a princess like she is in the games. She is the princess of the world where, or of the universe where they all come from. Knuckles, Tails, Sonic, and all that. So, Dr. Eggman finds out that about Amy Rose and sends Metal Sonic to capture Amy Rose. But what happens is she escapes and she jumps through the portal and it closes, leaving Metal Sonic behind. So what happens is Metal Sonic ends up capturing all the little creatures and putting them in containers to fuel Dr. Robotnik's machines and robots to be more powerful and more stronger. And so Amy Rose comes out on the search to find Tails and Sonic, who in the film are probably going after the Chaos Emeralds, because by the time Act 2 comes to a close, Sonic doesn't like that Shadow is trying to use the Chaos Emeralds to bring them together and rule the world to enslave humanity. Why this is because if Metal Sonic needs to be a much bigger threat, Metal Sonic's goal will most likely be to wipe out Sonic and everyone on Earth. All humanity, wipe them out, where Shadow the Hedgehog wants to enslave humanity so that he can protect the ones he loves from ever being hurt ever again. In this case, Maria and those that created him and stuff like that. So, but Sonic doesn't believe in that type. He believes in responsibility to help others, not enslave humanity. Now you're probably wondering what's going on with Rouge the Bat. Rouge the Bat is going to be in this film as, as Dr. Robotnik's other lackey, because when Metal Sonic went to the warp, he wasn't able to come back. So he told Rouge the Bat to pretty much go after the Chaos Emeralds. So I'm pretty sure Sonic and Tails probably had clashed with Rouge the Bat maybe once or twice before she allied herself with Shadow the Hedgehog and really wanted to help. So Gun, in this case, creates Omega, a robot specialized in destroying Shadow the Hedgehog. And at first, Omega goes after Shadow the Hedgehog and they have a fight. But what happens is Omega finds out that Gun killed Maria. And I know people are like, wait, how is Rouge the Bat going to look? I really like the design here that this artist made, where she looks like a teenager, with the pants and the tank top and kind of like very sportsy. That look seems very likely that will be the look Rouge the Bat will look like in the film. I don't think she's going to look how she looks in the video games per se, but this will make sense. She's a teenager, and that's how a teenager would look in this sense. So, but regarding that, we will have that fight between Amy Rose, and Rouge the Bat in the end, as she's trying to get to Sonic, and Rouge the Bat is trying to stop Amy Rose from getting to Sonic, because Shadow and Sonic are fighting at this point. It turns out that Sonic and Tails and Knuckles were able to collect 4 of the Chaos Emeralds, but Shadow and Rouge the Bat were able to collect the other 4. And they were able to use them separately to turn into Super Shadow and Super Sonic. And they had a big fight. And they clash, they fight, And then Amy Rose defeats Rouge the Bat, goes over, and as Sonic and Shadow are about to pretty much annihilate each other, Rose uses her hammer to separate them. And what happens is the Chaos Emeralds fall out of them, and Amy Rose warns them, no, there's a bigger threat. Some evil robot has invaded their world, and he needs both Sonic and Shadow to stop fighting each other and defeat Metal Sonic. Because Metal Sonic has plans, has captured all her creatures, all her friends, and is planning to use a machine generator as captured creatures to fuel Robotnik's machines to invade and destroy the world and wipe out humanity. And this hammer, when Amy Rose uses it to smash the ground, he gets a flashback. And the flashback is of Maria cuddling Shadow the Hedgehog, feeding him, talking to him about Earth, about the world, how good people are, and things like that. And that Maria told Shadow the Hedgehog that she believed that he would protect and defend the world, the Earth, from any threat or any evil, because Shadow the Hedgehog had a good heart. Similar to what Longclaw said to Sonic the Hedgehog, how he had a heart like no other creature she's ever encountered in the universe. And this shapes up Shadow the Hedgehog to turn over the leaf, and together they do a final stand against Dr. Robotnik and Metal Sonic in a final battle that has Shadow the Hedgehog sacrifice himself to destroy Metal Sonic once and for all. Unfortunately, what happens is Eggman escapes, and he's able to construct a Death Egg moon base. That's right, we see the Death Egg moon base. And so Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles have to stop it. So Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails go into the Death Egg, and they have to fight all these powerful robots. And Tails is left behind to defeat some of the robots. Knuckles is left behind as he's fighting the robots. And then it's up to just Sonic the Hedgehog and Dr. Eggman. Maybe Agent Stone tries to take on Sonic and Knuckles and Tails, but he ends up being defeated and he is destroyed. And then what happens is, in the final battle, Sonic turns into Hyper Super Sonic. He's able to save everyone, destroy the Death Egg robot, and it crashes with Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik inside, and it blows up, killing him once and for all. We see it on screen, it blows him up, he dies, and that's the epic finale of Sonic the Hedgehog 3. That will be great because you're putting everything on the table. You're putting everything: Shadow the Hedgehog, Gun, Rouge the Bat, Chaotix, Knuckles, Tails, Sonic, the Death Egg, Metal Sonic, and all that stuff in a final trilogy. This finally shows the coming-of-age story of Sonic the Hedgehog in a beautiful way. And because of this, Sonic decides to go home, back to his home world, to start a new family, because Amy Rose needs him to be the protector of her world, of their world. So Sonic leaves Tom behind on Earth. Sonic the Hedgehog tells Tom thank you for teaching him to become the hero. Shadow the Hedgehog motivated him to be the hero that he needs to be, and we finally get that heroic Sonic the Hedgehog that we know and love. Sonic goes back home, Tom and Maddie move on, and then we think it's over, but then there's a post-credit scene. Silver the Hedgehog appears in front of Tom and Maddie and tells him, "Where is the Idris trigger? I need to find him and destroy him." Tom and Maddie says, "We don't know what that is." Not knowing that this Idris trigger that Silver the Hedgehog wants to destroy is Sonic the Hedgehog. Silver the Hedgehog goes back, and just as Maddie and Tom are about to go back inside, another portal opens, and four creatures on boards appear. And these creatures are looking for Sonic the Hedgehog because they want to race him. They believe Sonic is the fastest creature in the universe, and Jet is the fastest creature in the universe, and he wants to prove his mettle against Sonic the Hedgehog in a race. And Tom says, oh, he's not here anymore. He went back home. And so once again, they go through a portal. And that's how we get that final shocking finale, either in Sonic the Hedgehog 3 or 4, where we see Silver the Hedgehog, who could potentially be the villain in Sonic the Hedgehog 4. And then in 5, we see it. We finally see it. Silver the Hedgehog is standing over a destroyed Earth. All the heroes, Shadow the Hedgehog, Knuckles, Tails, Amy Rose, the Chaotix, Rouge the Bat, Big the Cat, who was maybe going around trying to find the frog in the 3rd film. They're all dead. They're all killed. The humans are nowhere to be found. They have been wiped out. Everything's on fire and lava and burned up in ash. And we see in the sky Sonic the Hedgehog with evil eyes. But we know who it is. It's Memphilis. And he will be the end game villain in Sonic the Hedgehog 5. Now, I think a safe bet would be Memphilis being the Sonic the Hedgehog 5 main villain, or the series overall main villain, because he's just a great villain. He would be a final endgame. Maybe this is the creature that Longclaw and the Echidnas accidentally created, and in turn created this dark, evil being, Memphilis. And it circles back to Longclaw finding Sonic the Hedgehog and finding that he has a good heart was different than any creature she has ever seen, and how it will go full circle where Sonic the Hedgehog and the gang have to go up against Memphilis, an evil version of Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic and Silver melded together, which was fused by an evil darkness in the universe that the Echidnas and Longclaw tried to entrap in the Master Emerald. And so when it cracked, this darkness came out and created Memphilis. So they tried to trap him in time and space, but what happened is he was imprisoned, and so the Echidnas wanted to use the Master Emerald to use it for their own powers, and the Longclaw didn't want that, and that's how the whole war started. And it goes back to the beginning of Sonic the Hedgehog 1, and that is how it happens. Now, this is all speculation. I don't know if that's going to happen, but if Shadow the Hedgehog is the only villain in Sonic the Hedgehog 3, then I'm sure we're going to see Metal Sonic in Sonic the Hedgehog 4, and then Silver the Hedgehog as the villain in Sonic the Hedgehog 5, and then 6 being Memphilis. Or we can do the whole time-traveling element in Sonic the Hedgehog 4, where Metal Sonic is the one that takes the place of Memphilis. But Memphilis is such a popular villain that having Metal Sonic be its own villain in a film, and then having Memphilis being the endgame villain, makes more sense in the overall film of Sonic the Hedgehog. And that would really tie up everything together in a nice little bow and create the legacy of Sonic the Hedgehog as a legendary hero. And that will be it for the films. And they can do spin-offs of Silver the Hedgehog, Shadow the Hedgehog, Rouge the Bat, Amy Rose, and so on and so on. But that could end the main series of Sonic the Hedgehog films, and they could just focus on the video games and the comic books and stuff like that, because that's how you do it. And I'm pumped to see what they do. So yeah, I would like to say thank you guys very much for watching this video. Please leave a like on the video. I had fun doing it. Subscribe for more content like this, and comment below, what do you think of Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and what do you think is going to happen? Comment below. Thank you guys for watching. Love you all. Bye!